Most people look at a table saw and think of a massive, floor-standing beast that takes up half the garage. But then you have something like this little unit from CheriMuMu, which is basically the size of a toaster. It is honestly surprising how much utility they managed to pack into a footprint that is barely 7.5 inches long. If you are into building miniatures, model trains, or just doing some light hobby work where precision matters more than raw power, this thing is definitely going to catch your eye. What stands out right away is the build. It feels surprisingly sturdy for its size, and that toothed work surface is a smart touch. It keeps your material from sliding around while you are trying to make a cut, which is a huge relief when you are working with tiny, delicate pieces. The motor is rated at 90 watts, and while that might sound modest compared to the heavy-duty gear, it hits 4,500 RPMs without much fuss. It is not meant for ripping through thick oak planks, but for thin wood, plastics, or even some light metal and tile work, it gets the job done cleanly. Now here is the thing about these compact tools. You have to manage your expectations. It is perfect for hobbyists, but it is not a replacement for a full-sized shop saw. The cutting depth is capped at about 5/8 of an inch, so you are limited by that physical constraint. Also, because it is so lightweight, you will definitely want to make sure it is secured to your workbench. If you try to push a piece of material through too aggressively, the whole machine might want to dance around on you. The inclusion of 3 different blades is a nice bonus, as it lets you switch between materials without having to hunt for extra parts. The miter guide is simple, but it works well enough for getting those angled cuts right. One thing that is actually quite thoughtful is the cooling system. They have these curved vents built into the side, and combined with the overload protection, it keeps the motor from getting too hot during longer sessions. It is a small detail, but it definitely helps with the longevity of the tool. If there is a downside, it is that the workspace is quite tight. If you have larger hands, you might find yourself wishing for just a little more clearance around the blade. It is a trade-off for the portability, though. You are sacrificing space for the ability to tuck this away in a drawer when you are finished. It is not going to change the world of woodworking, but for someone who needs a dedicated, small-scale cutting station that does not dominate the room, this is a pretty solid little companion. It is straightforward, it is functional, and it does exactly what it claims to do without any unnecessary fluff.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.